So we have the NT kernel VXD, the Windows driver model. So we have applications up top. Then we have legacy virtualization drivers, so they're not real drivers. And then we have the device class drivers, device mini driver. Then we have the bus class driver, the bus mini driver, and then we actually have the hardware. So this is the stack, the way things flow through, right? So we have the NT kern VXD and the NT kern VXD so we have two NT kernels for the bus class driver and the mini bus, or the bus mini driver, the device class driver, and the device mini driver. A 32-bit virtual file allocation table, VFAT. So Windows 98 provides file system access through a 32-bit virtual file allocation table, VFAT. A device driver, the virtual file allocation table, device driver operating in protected mode. Protected mode means only that kernel is going to be able to access it. You need privilege mode, or the system kernel can access that VFAT because it's protected. So VFAT controls how files are accessed from the hard drive. VFAT can link up to 268 million clusters belonging to the same file. That's not very big, okay, in today's computers. That's why we're talking about the file allocation table. It's older technology. During startup, a byte in the VFAT can be set to 0 and switch from 1 during proper system shutdown. Windows 98 runs ScanDisk if it detects the 0 setting upon startup. So if it sees that the system didn't shut down properly, and this is the bit that it uses, then it will automatically launch ScanDisk to go make sure nothing else is busted. So we've talked about this before, but we're going to revisit it here. Long name file support. Long file name support, sorry. Prior to Microsoft 95, file names were restricted to the 8.3, right? 8 characters, a period, and 3 more characters. So like steve.txt or something like that, right? When an LFN, a long file name, is saved, the system creates an 8.3 alias for it, and then one additional entry for every 12 characters in the long file name. Okay, so it has an 8.3 alias and one additional entry for every 12 characters in the long file name. This is how they abstracted the long file name support. If 2 or more files have the same first 6 characters, a unique alias is automatically generated. So LFN entries are hidden and assigned unique attributes for protection. Long file name entries are hidden and assigned unique attributes for protection. Older disk utilities could destroy LFNs. So if you used an older version of FDisk, just the fact that you loaded it could destroy the long file name structures. The Windows 98 boot process. So we use the BIOS to initialize the hardware, and so we have the BIOS initialization phase to get all the hardware set up. And then we have hardware profile and real mode driver loading phase. So we load the real drivers and stuff like that. We talked about that, the first 640K of the computer. And then we have protected mode initialization phase. So remember this picture? See how we have privilege mode, kernel mode, that protected mode? It starts at the top and works its way down. Then the applications and stuff are loaded. So let's talk about each one of these. So the BIOS initialization phase, the basic input, output, and power on self-test post are initially in control. So that's the first thing that happens. So a computer, now you can see why the BIOS is a target for criminals, because this is the very first thing to load, and I can put a rootkit that has some stuff, some magic sauce in the BIOS that will infect the OS. So as the BIOS comes up, I can actually write stuff onto the hard drive, and that will run first. So this is how user mode rootkits work and kernel mode rootkits work. They self-heal the OS. So you can go put a brand new OS on, and all I have to do is infect the BIOS with something, and then I can self-heal the OS. Any install you make, I can go ahead and infect it. And there are programs that do this for certain OSs already. Certain companies that start with an I put stuff in the BIOS to where they can self-heal on their own if they want to. If they want to heal your computer, they can. And by heal, I mean install their own programs and take control of it. So a computer with a plug-and-play BIOS configures, initializes plug-and-play devices before the post. So a computer with a plug-and-play BIOS configures and initializes plug-and-play devices before the post. Why? Because the post is going to talk to these things, and they need to be set up already. If they're not set up, it's going to fail the post.